I love thinking about, like, how could you use this space in a different way? How could you use it in a way that would, create interesting public spaces and amenities for communities?
When it comes to creative vision, Marika Shiowidi Clark has enough of it to build a city, or Ohio City specifically.
Whenever new businesses come in, it's exciting just as kind of, from a real estate or neighborhood development perspective, but it also means that we personally are able to then use that business.
Marika and her husband Graham Vesey are residents of the Hingetown community in Ohio City. Their connection to the neighborhood runs deep.
There was a real need to add some additional vitality after some years of disinvestment.
The two are Hingetown's neighborhood developers. The couple, along with others, have helped transform an area that once housed warehouses and a smattering of empty storefronts and neglected buildings into the bustling, trendy community known as Hingetown. And it all started here, at the corner of Church Avenue and West 29th.
This part of the firehouse was built in 1854.
In 2011, Graham was looking for an office living space hybrid.
We fell in love with the history of the building, but also the potential for everything around it.
The pair revamped it and moved in, celebrating its position as a cornerstone of the city of Ohio in the 1800s. Looking out from the firehouse, they realized there was more work to be done.
It felt like a place where somebody like me, who was not coming in as a very wealthy person, but was coming in as a person with a lot of enthusiasm and ideas, could actually kind of sink my teeth in and make a difference in a neighborhood.
Next, the couple bought the half-empty Streibinger block, dating back to 1919, before taking on the old print shop nearby and creating the Church and State Apartments.
And so, this is a massive apartment project now, but you're saying at one point this was just a parking lot?
Yep.
Graham and Marika make clear the transformation of this area from disinvestment to thriving hub was a team effort, as others saw the potential too, like Fred and Laura Bidwell, who also worked on the Streibinger project and bought the Van Roy Coffee Building on the corner of Detroit and West 29th. Creating a space for creatives and artists.
It was rough and ready, and the neighborhood had great bones. We could see that, but really what convinced us was this beautiful building.
They also bought the transformer station, built in 1924 to power street trolleys. Now it's a contemporary art museum.
This is a real dense urban environment where people are living, working, having fun, and are out and about in a way that you just don't see in the suburbs.
Creating that kind of environment also hinges on the businesses in the neighborhood. Folks like Brandon Sittler and Jeff Zelmer, owners of Urban Orchid, located in the firehouse. They were one of the first businesses to move in.
And Graham came up to us with this crazy idea to open up in this new area called Hingetown, which we didn't know what he was talking about.
That crazy idea worked out. Now Hingetown is Urban Orchid's home.
It's crazy to think we went from, 5 little shops on a corner to the mecca that it is right now.
From some of the longtime residents to the newest additions, found in the building with the Tiger mural.
You just see the passionate owners here and you really want to be a part of that. It really is sort of a real community.
Doug Katz and Todd Thompson are the masterminds behind Amba. They'd been in talks with Graham to come to Hingetown for years. They credit Graham and Marika's development of the area and the neighborhood's diversity and sense of community with drawing them in.
You can just feel the excitement in this neighborhood and the way people really support it and want to be a part of it. And why wouldn't we want to be a part of that?
A spark that started with a firehouse over a decade ago, stoked with collaboration and creativity, and a vision for a walkable, vibrant community. Hingetown has grown into a bigger blaze than they could have imagined.
I think that's the best part, is that it kind of takes on a life of its own and you're just like, okay, great, we're kind of also just along for the ride.
There's such a passion for place, from neighbors who have lived here for 40 years to neighbors who have lived here for 4 months, but that having everybody in an urban environment together is a really beautiful thing.